Imagine logging online one day and realizing you're not on the real internet. Not anymore. The websites look familiar. The social media feeds scroll as usual. But something's different. You're inside a sandbox, a filtered version of reality. And somewhere out there, beyond your reach, a second internet exists. Unfiltered, unrestricted, invisible to the public. A place where the elites communicate without surveillance, where black ops coordinate global events, and where decisions about your future are made without your knowledge. This isn't science fiction. This is already happening. For years, tech insiders have whispered about the existence of what some call dark protocols, networks hidden behind military-grade firewalls, inaccessible without biometric keys or quantum tokens. These aren't just dark web forms or encrypted messaging apps. These are entire digital ecosystems built in parallel with the internet you use every day, financed by defense budgets, operated by private contractors, and monitored only by those who built them. It's a digital underworld, a forbidden city of information where access is power and ignorance is engineered. The deeper you dig, the more it seems like the digital equivalent of a classified civilization operating under the surface. This shadow internet doesn't just allow communication, it enables coordination. From clandestine negotiations between superpowers to algorithmic manipulation of public sentiment, the infrastructure exists to control the narrative globally without leaving a trace. Every protest, every financial panic, every conflict, you think it all plays out on open platforms. The triggers are often pulled from elsewhere, from the other side, from a place you can't access, can't see, and were never supposed to know existed. It's the puppet master's console, and we're all the marionettes dancing on strings we can't see. The brilliance of this system lies not just in its concealment, but in how perfectly it mimics the illusion of transparency. The origins of this secret internet trace back to military projects in the early 2000s. As the surface web exploded and became commercialized, intelligence agencies began worrying about exposure. If everyone could see everything, how could they hide anything? The solution was simple: build something else, a mirror world, but more secure, more controlled, more exclusive. Initially, it served classified operations, troop movements, spy networks, weapons testing, but soon its value expanded. When the private sector realized the power of such infrastructure, the floodgates opened. At first, this alternate web was purely for national defense, encrypted tunnels between intelligence nodes, military data centers, and defense contractors. But over time, it evolved. Corporations got involved. Think tanks, hedge funds, biotech labs. Anyone with enough money and influence could buy access, could build their own private layers on top of this shadow net. And so it grew. Quietly, invisibly, until now it's not just a secure network. It's an entirely separate internet. A hidden nervous system pulsing beneath the surface of everything you see. Like a second bloodstream beneath the skin of our digital lives. And while you browse social media, stream shows, and argue in comment sections, decisions are being made in the background. Real-time surveillance algorithms are being fine-tuned. Election outcomes are being war-gamed. Market collapses are being modeled and engineered. And it's all happening on this hidden grid you'll never log into. You think you're participating in the global conversation. In truth, you're watching a delayed broadcast of a script written elsewhere. Your opinions are framed, your outrage channeled, and your choices narrowed before you even know they exist. The most disturbing part? You're helping build it. Every time you click accept on a new terms of service agreement, every time your phone updates overnight, every time your voice assistant listens in, you're feeding the system. training the AI, helping it map your behavior, your preferences, your weaknesses. And all of that data, it's not just for ads. It's piped into black box models housed in undisclosed facilities, governed by laws you've never heard of, operated by entities you'll never meet. You're not just being watched, you're being used, weaponized against yourself. You are the raw material for someone else's empire. And while the internet becomes increasingly censored, monitored, and homogenized, the secret internet thrives in its opposite. It's free, it's fast, it's untraceable. But only for those on the inside. The rest of us? We're trapped in a simulation of freedom, a digital zoo where our behaviors are observed, manipulated, and sold. It's a modern panopticon, with your phone as the watchtower. And the walls are made of convenience, distraction, and endless content. Have you ever wondered why certain leaks never go viral? Why some truths never surface, no matter how loud people shout? It's not just algorithm bias. It's deliberate throttling, a form of information apartheid. The public gets the filtered feed. The elites get the raw stream. It's a dual reality system, with one version of the truth for them and another, carefully sanitized, for you. This is how empires maintain silence in the digital age, by giving you noise. There are engineers who've come forward, cautiously, anonymously. They speak of clean lanes, routes on the internet reserved for shadow traffic, of fiber lines laid parallel to commercial ones, indistinguishable to most network analysts, of deep-sea cables with mirrored protocols, of nodes that don't exist in any registry but respond to the right signal with flawless precision. They describe an architecture so advanced, so integrated, it no longer resembles a network. It's more like a living organism. Some describe it as sentient in behavior, adjusting, predicting, responding before any human operator even intervenes. And they all tell the same story. This wasn't built overnight. It's been in the works for decades. Each new upgrade to our devices, each new data policy, each new digital ID requirement, it all pushed us further from the real internet and deeper into a curated, controllable version, one that's more profitable, more predictable, and more surveilled. You're not surfing the web, you're being herded through it. Step by step, convenience replaced curiosity, safety replaced skepticism, control replaced freedom. You may ask, if this is true, why doesn't anyone expose it? Why don't the journalists blow the whistle? But you already know the answer. Access, complicity, fear. Most journalists use the same censored platforms as everyone else. Their sources disappear. Their stories get shadow banned. Their credibility gets systematically undermined. The deeper they dig, the more invisible they become. The system self-protects. Journalism has become performance, not exposure. Integrity is filtered through PR departments and advertiser interests. And here's the twist. The ultimate control isn't in hiding information. It's in making sure no one believes it even when it's exposed. So when someone dares to speak up, they're labeled a conspiracy theorist, a nut job, an attention seeker. Their truth is buried not by censorship, but by ridicule. It's a psychological firewall more effective than any algorithm. They don't need to erase your voice. They just make sure no one listens. Meanwhile, the elite's internet expands. New layers are being added, quantum encrypted traffic, AI-optimized protocols, autonomous systems that self-heal and evolve. This isn't just infrastructure. It's architecture for the next civilization, one where access is power, and most of us won't have it. It's not about connecting the world, it's about dividing it. And those divisions are being etched not in borders, but in code. Some speculate this network is where the real metaverse will exist. Not the cartoonish VR playgrounds offered to the public, but fully immersive data environments used for defense simulation, predictive governance, and behavioral engineering. Imagine an AI government running simulations of every possible future, with your data, your habits, your choices, all processed in real time, in a place you can never see. A ghost state existing in code, not bound by votes or laws, but by prediction engines and data dominance. The implications are chilling, because if there's a version of the internet you can't access, then there's a version of reality you can't influence. You're locked out of the conversation, out of the feedback loop. And if enough people are locked out, then democracy itself becomes a facade, a performance stage for an audience kept in the dark. You're not just excluded, you're pacified. You're a viewer in a theater where the exits are illusions. So what can you do? Start by questioning everything. If a platform is free, you're the product. If a tool is convenient, it's probably invasive. If a network is fast and friendly, it's likely watching you. The more frictionless your online life becomes, the more likely it is that someone else is steering it. Reclaiming privacy isn't nostalgia, it's survival. Digital literacy is no longer optional, it's a form of resistance. The secret internet isn't just a digital playground for the elite, it's a control grid, a quiet coup, a system designed to manage dissent, forecast resistance, and mold public perception long before you ever notice anything's wrong. It's a digital regime hiding behind a smiling interface, and it's growing smarter, faster, and harder to detect with every passing hour. And the greatest trick it ever pulled was making you believe you still have a choice. Because if you don't see the cage, you'll never try to escape it. And if you never try to escape, you'll never realize the lock was always digital and the key was always yours.